Teofimo said he's going to F Devin Haney up, but Devin Haney says he's full of cap. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest. First, let's play the clip. Teofimo says that he understands he has to fight his mandatory George Cambosos, but if that doesn't happen, he said he's going to F Devin Haney up. Listen, I'm going to play the clip.
But yeah, man, I've been told him, man, you know, I try to with Devin and everything, man, but I think it got to the point where I'm just fed up. Me and my pops, we fed up, and I just said, man, let's just press this dude. I don't care what it got to take. You know, I know I'm going to respect the fact that Cambosos is my mandatory. We're going to work on that part because I got to get that part first. But if things go south, like I said, man, Devin, be ready, my man, because I'm going to fuck you up. Straight up.
Now, you guys heard from Teofimo. He did an interview with Ak and Barack, and that's what he said. He says he understands he has to take care of his mandatory, and to which Devin Haney's seen this, and he says that Teofimo is capping. He says Teofimo is full of cap, so he immediately responded. Devin Haney, as you guys know, has called out for the fights with all the top names, and he's looking like the boogeyman. He says, we will see who is still around when the smoke clears. Now, the reason why I got to side with Devin Haney that this is cap is because we've heard rumors that George Cambosos and Teofimo was the next order of business. This is not a matter of opinion. This is what was out. So it doesn't look like Teofimo, I understand he just said on tape that they want to fight Devin real bad. Let's press this dude. But first of all, you have to understand the boxing business. I don't believe Teofimo is the shot caller and boss that he's depicting to be, you know, in terms of he makes all the career decisions and he's in full control of his career, a la Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, I believe, set a trend, and now everybody wants to be bosses. Everybody wants to trot around like they dominate and control their career. But I don't think that's the case. You know, Teofimo just 5-6 months ago, before the Teofimo-Lomachenko fight, was complaining about his purse, and the fight almost fell apart over $1.25 million. His team felt that wasn't enough. Now Teofimo's saying he wants $10 million to fight Devin Haney. He's getting a $5 million minimum. So, like, what changed? What happened in such a small space of time where you were arguing over 1.25 million, and now all of a sudden Bob Arum has seen the light because you beat Lomachenko? You know, to me, that doesn't really add up. But the other reason why what Devin Haney is saying seems like accurate in terms of its cap is because we've heard the rumors that he was fighting George Cambosos and is a mandatory. Now, fast forward to the future, George Cambosos, he chimed in. So Teofimo went on record saying that Devin Haney can get the work if the fight falls apart, right? And it was widely reported, you see Michael Benson, Teofimo Lopez has declared that the George Cambosos Jr. mandatory might be about to fall through. And if it does, then he wants Devin Haney for his next fight instead. This is a direct quote. You guys see it on the screen. It says, this week, we're going to be talking to Eddie Hearn, and let's see what happens from there. So he's saying that things aren't shaping up with the George Cambosos fight, and as a result, he's setting his sights on Devin Haney. Now, again, this sounds good on paper, but look, you see George Cambosos responded to it. This is his verified page. I clicked on it so you guys could see that. That's his verified page, and he responded to this whole notion that things are falling apart on the fight. And he says, look, fake news. He says, fake news. Shaking my head, hand over head, face plant. So why would I believe what Teofimo is saying and your opponent is saying it's fake news? So this is a bad look for Teofimo. I understand there's pressure. See, like, you have Teofimo kind of in a dual world right now. He's printing shirts up saying undisputed, but Devin Haney is doing just that, as I mentioned in the previous video. How could you be undisputed? By definition of what undisputed means, without a doubt, not contested. but there is a dispute, and that's a fighter in Devin Haney who's disputing everything about that. Then you're saying that the fight is falling apart with George Cambosos, and he's saying fake news. So, you know, and Devin Haney's side said they haven't received a contract. So between these various things, it doesn't look too good for Team Lopez. And despite if they want the fight or not, your handlers and whatnot, do they want you to not fight Cambosos? It sounds like they have it like lined up what you got going on. In addition, George Cambosos, who is the rumored person that TEO is fighting next, says too much bullish floating around. The words mandatory, and he capitalized the whole word, all caps. Mandatory is sweet. He said mandatory is sweet. You got to see me, boy, or say bye-bye to that belt. So he's not letting go. And Teofimo's out here saying that he sent 2 contracts, one to George Cambosos, one to Devin Haney. It just doesn't sound realistic to me. You know, you guys can comment in the comment section, but it sounds like Camboso is the next order of business. He's saying, Devin Haney's saying, you're full of cap. I ain't received no contract. So you let me know. You make of it what you want. But it doesn't sound like Teofimo and Devin Haney is going to happen next. So it's hard to say that Devin Haney is lying if they don't fight next. Because there's nothing on Devin Haney's side that would really prevent the fight from happening. Eddie Hearn has done interviews, and he's talked to Teofimo on camera and said that they want the fight. They want Ryan Garcia fight. They want the Teofimos of the world, etc. So we know the games. George Cambosos looks next. Again, if I'm wrong, which I probably won't be, then we'll take it from there. But we've seen this play out time and time again from Top Rank, where they'll say this short list of all these names, and the one person you don't want it to be is the, in fact, person who gets it. So between George Cambosos and what he's saying and what Devin Haney's saying, it sounds like Camboso is next. He's saying, I got the whole country behind me. It seems like everything's being set up. He says, I want to crack at the belts. He's not backing down. And it says mandated, right? There's an old picture of them. So I don't believe it'll be Devin Haney. I believe it will, in fact, be George Cambosos, which is what we heard. So as far as TEO saying I'm going to F you up and all that, we'll see. We'll see if Top Rank and Team Lopez get it done to make the Devin Haney fight and somehow skip over George Cambosos. I am in no shape, form, or fashion optimistic that boxing will get it right here and make that fight. So when it's announced that Teofimo's fighting George Cambosos, you guys can thank me later. Also, order UFC 257. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. A storm is coming. Conor McGregor, the rematch is here. Poirier versus McGregor 2, only on ESPN Plus. Use my link in the description. UFC 257. I'll see you at the fights.
Who the fuck is that guy?
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.